everyone, and welcome back to Helping Hands through Haley's Heart. Happy Pride Month to you all. Today I want to talk about self-judgment and how this creates shame and doubt. Also, I want to touch upon some effects it has on the ones around us. In the past videos, I have discussed self-esteem and some tips on improving our self-worth. However, how do we avoid self-judgment? At some point in time, we all struggle to trust our own judgments, our abilities to be the best parent, partner, friend, colleague, or even lover. The sheer thought of rejection ends up scaring us away from even attempting to try at things, leaving us feeling more worthless than we even began. We tend to see this a lot with any addictions that we have in our lives or even generational patterns. Although self-judgment and shame may come and go, we need to be aware of how it affects those around us. The more judgmental we are of ourselves, the more we notice that we are more judgmental of others, what they look like, how they act or perform. It's important to define what it is that we are struggling to feel confident about so that we are aware of our projections onto others. When it comes to shame, it is filled with guarded secrecy. And there is a saying, you're only as sick as your secrets. I always advise others to stay openly curious and never assume when you're encountering another. We must always evaluate our expectations with our own experiences. The reason being is because we tend to try to control through our anxiety how things may turn out. But this is just not something that we're able to do until it happens. So remain open. And because it's Pride Month, this could not be the better time to practice judging less and loving more. Loving ourselves and loving others, all of our strengths and all of our growth areas. I encourage all of you to follow the 4 agreements by Don Miguel throughout our struggles with self-judgment. And those 4 include, number 1, be impeccable with your words. Speak with integrity and only what you mean. Number 2, don't take things personally. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, and so we need to remember that. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want clearly to avoid misunderstandings and disappointments, even when it's the most vulnerable. Number 4, always do your best. Your best will change from day to day, such as when you're healthy or sick. But under any circumstance, simply do your best. By following these 4 simple agreements of life, we are able to set realistic expectations for ourselves while avoiding self-judgment, self-abuse, and regrets. Don't forget to check out my monthly book recommendation, Healing the Shame That Binds You by John Bradshaw. This examines toxic shame and where it came from. If you or someone you know is struggling with self-judgment and shame, call today and start creating confidence in yourself and for the ones around you. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next month.